part of what was originally supposed to be the View Askew trilogy, but that got changed when Dogma was released. Now, this is not just the regular Dogma. This is the Dogma Special Edition, which was kind of difficult to find at the time. This is the movie that really scared Kevin Smith away from doing any more religious movies. Until we got Red State. He got so much hate mail and so much death threats. That's just him, but the cast.
So see, he actually protested himself.
Oh, I was going into that. However, when the movie debuted in his hometown in New Jersey, or not his hometown, but when it came out, he decided him and his buddies were going to make some boards and go protest the movie along with other protesters, which sounded fun until the news crew showed up and decided they wanted to interview this person who just happened to look like Kevin Smith. And he ended up saying his name was Brian Johnson, who, as you may know, if you're a comic book man TV show viewer, you'll know Brian Johnson is a regular at the Secret Stash.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Tell him, Steve Dave. So that's the story, a little bit brief story about Dogma here. Now let's go ahead and go over the DVD. So this is a very similar case to Dogma, except this is basically just cardboard stock. It's not very good. It'll rip and tear very easily. But it does slide out, and I like this because Dogma looks like a Bible. Looks like a little book. Doesn't have the features or anything like that on this. That's all on here. We have it's 2 discs, I believe. One has the movie, one has more features on it. We have some awesome booklet here. Of course, we've got more merchandise catalog.
You know, you would have thought that as much as he likes putting movies in his movies, he would have opened up a movies.
You would think. Yeah. This booklet is basically, it goes over the story in the beginning, the story of Dogma. So the making of, basically. The book is just a little insert. On the back, it's got the chapters.
And for those of you who don't know, Dogma is where Facebook got the image of Buddy Christ.
Yeah. Buddy Christ. Which, there's the man right there. So I'll go over the special features. Of course, we have, this is the special edition, so of course we have the, we're going to have, let's see here, audio commentary by the cast and crew. We have second technical commentary with Kevin Smith and crew. We've got a bonus feature that's called Follow the Buddy Christ for more hijinks with Kevin Smith, Ben Affleck, Jason Lee, Jay Muse, and the rest of the View Askew crew. We've got scene selections, of course. Disc 2 has the complete set of storyboards from 3 major scenes, one of which, of course, is the scene that was taken out where Silent Bob faces off for the second time against the Golgothan in the hospital, the shit demon. We have 100 minutes of deleted scenes of View Askew crew intros, web links, cast and crew outtakes. We got a spot for Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash. Of course, theatrical trailers, and the menus alone is hilarious because when you put the disc in, an old lady in the corner, Bible thumper lady, chastises you for watching this movie. She does. She'll come on and she goes, "This is the devil's work. Shame on you." Hilarious. Just hilarity ensues. Just watch it. So that leads us to the 5th movie in the View Askew universe. We have Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, to which Ben Affleck and Jason Lee play multiple characters. Jason Lee plays his 2 characters from both Mallrats and Chase and Amy. We've got Ben Affleck, who plays Holden McNeil from Chase and Amy, and he plays Ben Affleck because he's in the movie with Matt Damon doing a sequel to Good Will Hunting 2.
Hunting season.
Applesauce, bitch. So, that alone, that doesn't get you to want to see this. How about this awesome cast here? Like I said, Ben Affleck. We've got Will Ferrell, Jason Lee, Jason Mewes, Chris Rock, Shannon Elizabeth, Eliza Dushku, sorry.
I'd pee in her
And we had the debut of Kevin Smith's wife in the View Askew movie. Basically, this is supposed to take place in between Chasing Amy and Dogma. There's a comic book that says Chasing Dogma. This is where that movie takes place. If you've read that comic book, you know what you're going to view here. Now, to where the awesome books went from Clerks to Dogma, we kind of just get this piece of paper here. And on the back, we got the chapters to the movie. And of course, it came with some more catalogs for merchandise. It is 2 discs. You got one there. You open the back. Has another one. So the movie's a huge fan favorite. Mostly because it's got so many pop culture references, geek references. It's got lightsabers, bong saber. Mark Hamill's in this movie as a unique character.
Cocknugger!
As you can only find in a Kevin Smith film. I'm not going to go over the whole plot and everything. You're either familiar with it or you're not. If you're not, I suggest you go rent this and see it. But I will go over the features for it real quick. The features, we have, of course, feature commentary. Deleted scenes with intros by Kevin Smith and guests. We've got the Secret Stash intros, gag reel, internet trailers with intros, TV spots, galleries. Behind the scenes featurette, Morris Day and the Time, learning the moves. We've got a music video by Afro Man.
Also,
I Got High.
Something you neglected to mention. The comic book shop in the movie, which is the Secret Stash.
It's Brody's Secret Stash.
Yes.
Brody!
It is
That's
actually Jay and Silent
But
Bob's.
it's Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, yeah. The other music video is Stroke 9, Kick Some Ass. How many people want to kick some ass? So awesome music videos there. We have Comedy Central, Real Comedy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Cast Crew Filmographies, Guide to Morris Day and the Time. Yeah, and of course DVD materials, specification stuff, such. Not as much as the other 4 movies, but again, for me, the highlight of this one was the commentary, because the commentary on this was awesome. You really find out just how bad Mewes had gotten with his addictions and everything in the past. But the reason why they did this movie was because he cleaned up. And that was kind of an agreement between him and Smith. If he cleaned up, they'd do another Jay and Bob movie. There you go. Let's go over the latest View Askewniverse film, Clerks II. I got a little personal backstory for this. I'll go with that in a minute. Let's go over the specifications here and everything. First off, just like that Mallrats, we got this horrible, horrible clip case. Once you open it up, you get two DVDs, one movie, one special feature. No insert. I know you see an insert here, but I put that in there. I'll go over why just right now, actually. Smith, this was the first time Smith really interacted with people online, especially on Facebook. And he had a contest for Clerks II. If you liked and shared your name, he would put you at the end credits of his movie, which he did. Yours truly has his name at the end credits of this movie. If you go to the let's see, when you get to the very end credits, at the very end of the film, the time starts over. If you go to 11.44, I'm in the very first column. John Wise, that's me. So let's go to the specifications real quick on this one, because this is a sequel to Clerks. It does not take place in the Quick Stop. This takes place in a Movies restaurant, which is a converted Burger King. So, and now it's demolished, so you can't go visit it. They demolished it as soon as the movie was done. Actually, before it was finished editing, so if they had to go back and do reshoots, they're pretty much screwed. So we got disc 1, of course, feature commentary by Kevin Smith, Scott Moser, and David Klein. We got feature commentary by Kevin Smith, Scott Moser, actors Jeff Anderson, Trevor Furman, and Jason Mewes. Brian O'Halloran and Jennifer Schwartzbach, which is his wife. We have podcast commentary, deleted scenes, a closer look at interspecies erotica. And then disc 2, we have Back to the World Clerks 2, a 90-minute documentary with intro, hilarious bloopers, and 10 train wreck video production diaries with intro. So, this was a very funny movie. This, the first of his movies, the only one that I really think actually got a 20-minute standing ovation for when it was when it first debuted, I think at Cannes. So, and rightfully so. This is probably my favorite, if not one of his best movie. And I'm gonna go into why this movie is so important for me real quick. I'm gonna get a little real here, real serious. There's a scene towards the end of the movie where Dante and Randall have this really deep conversation about where they're headed in life, where they were in life. And at one point, they realize they need to do something with life. They need to, follow their dream, essentially. And it was at that moment I decided to go forth and open up my store. This movie, once again, Kevin Smith, the man who inspired me to make films, inspired me to open up my comic book store. So, I do. I just brought the serious moment, and you bring that in. But yeah, it was once again because of Kevin Smith. I got something done. So the first movie inspired me to do films. This one inspired me to actually get off my ass and go forward to open up my comic book
See,
store.
though, that was perfect, though, because isn't that what Kevin Smith movies are? A series of serious moments brought with comedy in them?
Pretty much. So now we get away from the official View Askew universe. I mean, kinda, because then we got Clerks, which is not an official canon. But this was a funny show. We got, I think, 2 episodes before they canceled it because of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. ABC debuted this and decided we're going to cancel it. And it's a shame because this was a really funny show. We got Clerks Uncensored. It is a whopping 2 discs. We've got the little episode guide here, and it's only 6 episodes. So, I mean, it's not very long. They're half-hour episodes with animated versions of Jay, Silent Bob, John Day, Randall, and a few special characters that pop up here and there from the movies. But, of course, we had introductions to each episode by Jay and Silent Bob. We got audio commentary, of course, by Kevin Smith, Scott Mosier, Dave Mantell. We got character development featurettes, Clerk-style featurettes, Super Bowl TV spot. At least he has that going for him. He's had a spot on in the Super Bowl. So, of course, we got the film festival trailer and the typical DVD ROM material. So, definitely worth a pickup if you want to kind of get a closer, more Clerks. This is what you want to pick up. Now we go to the first movie that was done not in the View Askew universe. Jersey Girl. For some reason, one of the most hated, one of the most bashed Kevin Smith movies, and I don't know why.
I liked it.
I loved this movie. I thought this movie was fantastic. Even he bashes it, and I don't know why.
It was actually filmed during Daredevil.
It was, which explains why at times his hair is red.
And he actually conned Ben Affleck into doing this movie for peanuts.
Pretty much. Which he goes over in the commentary. Now, I think the biggest reason why is because it was during the whole Ben Affleck and Jessica Lopez. What did that say? And I think that just kind of threw a lot of people off. Again, I don't know why, because she's not in the movie very long. Spoiler alert. But this movie has a great cast. It has Ben Affleck, Liv Tyler, George Carlin George Carlin alone is worth seeing this movie for. You got the most awesome funny man Stephen Root, and my star. So, and of course, it introduces Raquel Castro, who is the little girl in the movie. We got Jason Biggs from American Pie, second Smith movie he's done.
We also have Dawson himself.
He's not in this one.
Oh no, not him.
That was in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. Yeah. So, but yeah, we have Dawson Piefucker in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. Great movie.
We're gonna have to do a Dawson and Dawson's Creek show one as we reference Dawson.
And you know, the funny thing is, I've never watched the show. It's a great movie, especially the relationship between Ben Affleck and Raquel Castro plays his daughter. Liv Tyler's just a sweetheart in this movie. You didn't like her already, you'll fall in love with her in this movie. If you're not already in love with her. But we got special features here, and it is just one disc.
The movie that made me fall in love with Liv Tyler was That Thing You Do.
We got feature commentary by Kevin Smith and actor Ben Affleck, so there's another Affleck commentary here. And then we got second commentary with Kevin Smith, Scott Mosier, and special guest, Snooch to the boot, Snooch, Jason Mewes, which he's not in this movie. I think he was one of the times when he was back in rehab. So, we've got From Mallrats to Jersey Girl, Kevin Smith, Ben Affleck talk shop. We have his Smith's Tonight Show segment, Roadside Attractions. We've got behind the scenes specials, text interviews with cast and crew, and of course we got the typical language track. So, one of the most underrated Kevin Smith movies. And then,
did you mention?
Because we don't see any of his.
It's been so long since I have seen that movie. I have it on VHS, to tell you.
Not in here. And it's one of George Carlin's, I think, last movie roles too. So, anybody who knows anything about Kevin Smith, has watched his Q&As and everything, knows that he's a big Degrassi fan. And a big dream of his was what was fulfilled when he was invited to do a Degrassi The Next Generation episode, and he got to meet his crush. This is actually, I'll tell you what, this is what got me into watching Degrassi. Kevin Smith got me to watch Degrassi by watching this, and I did go back and I actually have on DVD Degrassi Junior High, the complete series, which is an awesome series.
I only ever watched Next Generation.
In fact, you know what? Next week I'm bringing my Degrassi series, and I'm going to review that.
Okay.
I think it's really cool. But this was really cool because we got to see Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes out of their element in a way, but still as themselves. Basically, Smith comes to Degrassi to film a movie, and he brings Mewes with him, and of course Mewes is going to hit on high school girls, which is kind of illegal. But so Mewes.
Well, it depends on how old the high school girl.
They are legal, but in the show they're high school. Sophomores, I think this sophomores.
But this also takes place in Canada. They could have a completely different.
In his defense, if something were to happen, I think they'd be really nice about it. I think don't do it again, eh? It had a whole lot of features on this one. I was wrong. There's a lot of features on this. It's a Kevin Smith DVD. There's 3 episodes. We have, of course, exclusive interview with Kevin Smith, commentary by Jason Mewes, Kevin Smith, Stacy Miston, associate producer Jim Jackman, and writer Aaron Martin. We have 5 minutes of integrated footage, not seen anywhere except here, or on YouTube probably. Real footage, the Canadian ninja fight scene. Yes, there's a ninja fight scene in this. We have bloopers, deleted scenes, Jam Bob photo album, Degrassi photo album, actor bios, character profiles. Again, this was really cool. If you've never watched Degrassi or maybe been curious, or you're just a big Jay and Silent Bob fan, this is worth trying to pick up, try to find. I've mentioned Q&As. I have personally been involved in 2 Kevin Smith Q&As. And if you're someone who just can't make it to a convention or anything, then I highly, highly suggest picking up the Evening with Kevin Smith series. There's more than 3. I'm having issues finding the other 2. There's one where Kevin Smith turns 40, and there's another one where he does one about filming Red State and his interaction with the Westboro Baptist Church, which is really funny because you really find out through Smith that Westboro Baptist Church is full of BS. So much so that he invited them to come see Red State, which they did. In the middle of the movie, the lead woman, I forget her name, hands Smith one of their protest signs. I'm sorry. She hands them the sign. God hates. I don't even like mouthing the word, but that's weird. But that's what they're known for. But they all signed it and handed it to him and said, "Thank you very much." And Smith goes, "You're not going to finish watching?" She goes, "No, we did what we wanted to do." So they essentially just wanted attention, is what he pretty much confirmed. I wish I had that one, I really do. But I got the first 3 Evening with Kevin Smiths. This one's probably the most famous because he goes into, especially recently with Prince dying. This is the one where he goes into his Prince Q&A when he was doing a video for Prince, basically promoting Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff. This is also the one where he goes in detail about his interaction with doing the Death and Return of Superman movie with the giant spider in the 3rd act. Yeah, they wanted him to have a giant spider in the 3rd act. It's become kind of a joke in media, but this is where it originated from. These are hilarious. Pick them up. I love listening to Kevin Smith talk. And then later on, of course, part of his podcast is Jay and Bob Get Old, and he's released a DVD where Jay and Silent Bob Get Old in good old England.
And the whole point of Jay and Silent Bob Get Old is to help Jason Mewes.
Yes.
To keep himself clean.
So he's not bored.
Yeah.
Because boredom is the path back to the dark side.
They go on and do a podcast.
They do live podcasts like this.
Basically, Mewes just talks about his struggle with staying clean and everything, and it really holds him accountable.
And this one, these are awesome because they introduce a new segment, mostly for the live podcast, and it's called Let Us. Which brings me to the fact that I forgot one movie with me, and I realized it the other day, and I just didn't bring it with me today because I forgot again. He really wants to shut this. That's Zach and Miri Make a Porno.
There's another one you didn't bring.
Well, I don't have Red State. I don't have Tusk.
What about Jay and Silent Bob's Super Groovy Cartoon Movie?
Maybe we'll find that either. I'll get them eventually. But where the Let Us, there's kids here, comes in is in Zack and Miri Make a Porno. That is Jay's line in the one of those horrible lines in the movie where they're getting ready in the coffee shop. He goes, "Let us," and they start doing their thing. Zack and Miri Make a Porno was hilarious.
I haven't seen it yet.
No?
No.
Oh, we got kids. It's hard to watch something like that. We went to the movie theater. It's my friend's now, his girlfriend then, but now his wife. It was her birthday, and she wanted to go see this movie. And so she brings our whole gaming group. I bring my dad. And the whole time, girl next to one of her friends is covering her eyes every time we see a door. It's hilarious. But why I bring this up is afterwards we went to dinner at the Royal International Buffet there in Mount Zion. And my dad has done this thing since he was in high school. And I kind of conned him into doing it. They have chocolate pudding there, or did. I don't know if they still do. And he goes, leaves the table, after he dips his finger in chocolate pudding and leaves the table, and he goes to the bathroom. Now nobody noticed this, and he comes back, and he sits down at the table, and all my friends are sitting at the table. And while he was in the bathroom, he smeared the chocolate pudding on his hand. And he comes out, and he gets ready to sit down and grab his drink. He goes, what is this? He goes, oh, no. It's like, what? He goes, ah. And he starts licking his hand. One of the girls busts out in tears. He made her cry. I thought she was going to throw up. We're all laughing our asses off. It was fun. It was fun. One day, my dad was one of us. So, thank you, Kevin Smith. But no, thank you, Kevin Smith. Because of you, I was inspired. I made movies because of you. I opened up my comic book stores because of you. So.
And because of Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is really who inspired me to start Comic-Geddon, you know.
Podcast.
Yeah.
A little closer.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to get closer?
Oh, yeah. You've been showing me your cock all day.
He's been an inspiration to a lot of us.
Yeah.
I sent him a message. I only had I hoped maybe he would reply, but I understand he's a busy guy.
Busy guy.
I invited him to come on Comic-Geddon.
That's awesome.
So.
Back in 2004, I actually filmed him at Wizard World while he was signing my Arrow #1 in Mallrats, and I was actually talking to him on camera. I still have the footage. To where I tell him because of him, I wanted to start making movies, and he jokes around with me. He goes, "What kind of movies?" He goes, "Foreign films by the Sony cam you're using." So. And I told him, I was like, well, kind of more like comedies, kind of like Kevin Smithish movies. He goes, don't compete with me, dude. I'll crush you. So I had that all on camera. Even to this day, I'll watch it.
You need to email that to me so I can include it into this Comic-Geddon episode.
I might be able to. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
You gotta post it. No, I think it goes right there.
The boys were on my lap.
Yeah. So was Luke Cage. You animal, you.
Oh, stop it.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's our video review. Multitude video review. Here they are. Again, I have most of them. I'm missing, what, maybe 3 or 4 movies. So.
It's your dad.
It's my dad. Speaking of, the pudding licker himself.
We were just talking about you.
What?
I'll explain later. Well, stay tuned. Comic-Geddon's toy review coming up.